It's finally time. I've been playing this game for 11, no, 15 years. I started when I was 11 and I'm 26. I'm officially Unk status and I've never, ever, ever made a Minecraft video. And that's been something that I've wanted to do since I was 11. So today is the day. I'm going to say goodbye to this forever world for now. I might come back to it at some point. But at least for now, I'm going to say goodbye to my forever world, and we're going to start Unkcraft, which is my Christmas gift to myself this year was to buy a Minecraft server, mostly for me. If I have friends that want to join, they can join, and I'll just have to whitelist them. The main reason I got it though was I just wanted something fresh. I wanted something that I could share with other people, and I wanted something low key with lots of plugins and like fun stuff that I think makes the game a little bit more smooth in its progression. So first thing I want to do is go through my Forever World, just talk about what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and say goodbye. And then I'll do a quick intro into Unkcraft, my new server, and we'll talk about what we're going to do over there, what's going to change, and this will be like episode 0 of Unkcraft. Okay, I've been having some difficulties with recording in regards to frame rate, so we'll see how this goes. But this is the view from my house. This is my man-made little pond here. This was originally just like a cliff. And then this is the little village I've built. We'll get over there in a minute, but we'll start up here. I've got this little area up here right above my aquarium with every type of tropical fish you can get. They're all name tagged with their specific type. You can actually get down there like this. You can see them all. But yeah, this is a cute little aquarium. I like it. Looks really nice with shaders. And then I have like a little bar here, just something funny. And behind this painting, I have my nether portal. Nothing super interesting in the nether yet, so we'll go there later. This is my little fireplace and a bedroom. Down here we have the kitchen. And this is my favorite thing in this world, honestly. This is a musical furnace. And let me know if you can recognize the song. So that was actually pretty easy to build. It took me a couple minutes in creative, but this is what it looks like back here. Pretty simple. As soon as the furnace gets an update, it sends a signal and does a whole note block song. The only thing that's kind of annoying is you have to get the timing right. But I kind of like it. I think it makes using the furnaces more like a game. And then if there's anything in the furnaces, I'll get a little notification by these lights, because the comparators just go up and turn those on. But yeah, this is my main storage room. This is where I have like lots of miscellaneous types of things. I have an ender chest hidden back here, block types, wood types up here. Nothing super interesting. Another view of the aquarium here. Down here, this is where I have all of my flowers. I used to have pets in here, but I got really annoyed with all the barking and meowing. Got a little old pretty quickly. This is a map of the world. Lets you know what's going on. This is where we are. And then through here, it also plays when it's finished. I have some glass bottles in here for some reason. Nothing super interesting, but this is just an enchanting room. Lots of random miscellaneous items back here. This is my door, which actually prevents mobs from coming in. They can't pathfind through these, but I can go through just fine. So this is a fun little trick. I don't think there's much else to show you up here other than just back here. I just have like a little flat area. Nothing going on up here. Then we can go down. We'll go across the lake here. Up here, I wanted to make that like a little farm situation. It used to be a pumpkin farm, and then it was a rabbit hutch. I think the rabbits might still be here. Yeah, they are. But I don't really do anything with this. I wanted to make like a vineyard or something over here, but I haven't done that yet. Then we'll go over here. We have a small iron farm. This is just the ENX04 iron farm. Super simple. It's lasted me the entire time I played this. We have a bee farm here that just gets me honey and honeycomb. Super, super simple design. And then over here we have our barn and a mass storage system. Oof, the lag is getting pretty bad. I'm going to have a hard time recording this. There's my animals that I moved from my house. They were just kind of annoying me. This is where I get all of my food. I used to have sheep in there too, but not anymore. I have another bee breeder over there. And then I have a slime farm way over there that I don't even think is worth checking out because it's not that interesting. But this is my big bulk storage system. So I have shulker boxes up top, and then if I can't fill a shulker box, I'll do like whatever I can fill right here. Same thing with sugarcane. These smaller ones I just fill up with whatever I have. Nothing too crazy. The rest of the stuff up there is not very interesting, so we'll just move on. So we'll come back down to our little pathway here. If you exit my house, you have two ways you can go. You can go up this way and down a little path over here, or you can take the trail. So I think we'll start going this way first because there's more interesting stuff over here, but this way is kind of interesting as well. So the first thing that's over here is a little mine shaft. This was like the first place that I mined ores, and I've been trying to decorate it more, but I honestly just lost interest. It is kind of hard to just place ores in a mine. Gets a little tiring. This place has gone through so many different changes, and I've just never been happy with it. Right now I have a cobblestone farm there that keeps destroying my roof. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It used to be a like masonry place where I had mason villagers, and then they kept getting killed and spawning iron golems where I didn't want them, so that was kind of annoying. I think long term, if I were to stay in this world, I'd want this to be like a weaponsmith, essentially. But I really like the way that it looks with the hole in the cave there. And then there's a building up top as well that looks fine. It's not my favorite, but I do like this waterfall effect. It's just arrows of, I think, slow falling, and it makes it look like the waterfall's splashing. But yeah, so now we're in the mini games area. When I was planning this out, I think originally it was going to be a weaponsmith, and so I wanted to have two games, one where you could test your bow and one where you could test your swords. And so the first mini game is like a stick drop game. So you press this button, it resets the scores, and then whatever these are called are going to fall down, and you try to swipe them. And if you hit it, it gives you a little ding-a-ling. And they're all random. And it is actually, can be kind of hard if they come really fast. But I'm doing awesome right now. I might get a perfect score on this. Oh my god, I'm gonna get a perfect score. Oh, there we go. So that'll tell you how many of the 8 that you actually hit. And then if we go down here, you can see how it works. When I hit them with knockback, the armor stands will fly back to this block, and they'll hit this tripwire. But if I don't hit them, they'll hit this tripwire. So you get a different sound effect based on whether you actually hit it or not. And then that also counts up your score. There's a brain up here. This just basically calculates everything and does all the timing and the randomization of when these things are going to fall. Did a lot of testing in creative. I ended up really liking it and put it in my world here. Not horrifically complicated, but probably something I could show off better in creative. Anyway, we have another mini game over here. This is my bow mini game. And you're supposed to stand on this block, press this button, and your goal is to hit all of the targets and then hit the little pumpkin that goes across here. And if you can do that all before it gets to the end, you get the jackpot. And I'm probably not going to get it because the timing's really tight. Ooh, definitely not. But if you hit this guy first, oops, I don't think I'm going to get it. You won't get the jackpot notification. But if you do, then you get like a whole song. It's pretty fun. I'm pretty proud of this. This one also has a pretty big brain. I have a whole room for it back here. And the redstone for this is not insanely complicated, even though it looks like a lot. It's just a spaghetti monster. I think I could have done this a lot more compact, but this made a lot more sense for me when I was doing testing, and then by the time I wanted to build it, I wasn't gonna spend any more effort on making it compact. But this is super fun. This is basically how it counts. So it uses stone swords and it piles them up right here on this golden pressure plate, and then it'll turn off the lights one by one, which is pretty sweet. And then at the very end, this goes back up and it circulates all back around and resets. Pretty fun. I'm really proud of this build. I spent a long time testing it. It's gone through multiple versions, and I really like the way that it looks too. But yeah, so then going up this way, we're gonna head into we're actually gonna take a little detour and head into our brothel here. But first I do actually kind of want to show off this bridge. I like this bridge, but whoops. So let's go to our brothel. This is our village breeder. Okay. Not dealing with those guys. So this is a little hidden part of my world. If you hoe this thing, this dirt block, you get to go inside the brothel here. So it's like a sneaky hidden area. Barry's brothel. And there's little room keys, and you can see that people have been checking out in here. I have some extra villager supplies. I have my weakness potions and golden apples for making their trades cheaper. I have bread for breeding upstairs. You can see they're all up here. And then I have a sort of sneaky system for getting them out. So if I want to bring them downstairs into my villager trading hall, which we'll look at in a second, I can play this music disc, and it opens this up down to a railway system, and I'll show you just where that leads. So it just comes down this way. Ooh, free cam. And then down into the brain, or the back side of our villager trading hall, which is pretty massive. So we'll head down there now and just kind of show off some of the trades that I have and how it works. I didn't finish the floor down here. It's supposed to be a block higher, but I tore it out with plans of replacing it, and then I never did. So each of these villagers has a book trade. I don't have any display for them yet. I actually have it memorized who has what, so I've never needed it, but decoratively it would be a lot nicer if I even just had a sign that said like Protection 4 on it, so I know what this guy has. But again, just never got around to it. Got kind of lazy. All these guys have minimum trades, or minimum price trades, as close as I could get. And the way that works is when I press this button, the trapdoor is going to open. They're going to come down this way, and this will change the direction. They'll head this way. They get trapped here for a very specific amount of time using this etho clock. They get stuck up here. This guy can kill them. Once they're transformed, the timing lets them go back. And then since they don't re-trigger these things, they just go all the way until their exact station. So the way that works is there's a pressure plate railway here, detector rail. Once that is undetecting, when there's no minecart there, this turns off, this turns on, and then this switches the direction of the rail, so they always go back to the right location. As long as you don't do multiple villagers at once, works perfectly fine. I'm honestly really happy with this design as well, and I use it all the time. It makes transforming villagers into zombies like way easier. And then if I ever have one where I'm like, oh, those ones are perfect. These ones are too expensive, I could just send him back, heal him, and then all that's done without me doing pretty much anything. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the villager trading hall. We can go back down here, and now we're getting to some of the fun stuff. So I have all these pathways. I don't have my soul speed boots on right now, but if I did, I'd be going super fast on these because there is soul soil underneath all of them. Let's Get rid of you. We'll come back over this way in a minute. But this other bridge is one that I'm pretty proud of as well. I think this is a little ugly, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks really good from the side. I like that it kind of swoops up dramatically. So up here is my observatory. This also has a end rod door. I should probably just sleep. This one also has an end rod door, so mobs actually can't get in. These guys could probably get in through this hole, but it's a little hard to see. I made this look like a telescope inside of the observatory. So this is just a regular dome with like a little ridge here. I have these that are supposed to look like doors that open and close. And then I have this telescope that has no feet right now. And then I have our solar system here. So there's the sun, we got Earth, Mercury, Venus, blah, blah, blah. And then I have Saturn and Jupiter, Pluto, Neptune, and then that's Pluto, Neptune, Uranus. And then if you look inside the telescope, there's nothing there right now. My plan was to make a giant black map with little stars on it, so that when you looked inside the telescope, it would look like there was just a ton of stars in the sky. Again, didn't get to that because placing thousands and thousands of blocks of blackstone just for a map did not sound like a lot of fun. So we come back around this. Oh, also, the main reason that I even put this here was for the world map. I can't believe I almost just didn't even talk about that. This is a lot easier to see if you go down and you just walk on it. You can see my end portals over here, and then pretty much directly ahead is where we are. This is the observatory. We're going to go to the wizard tower next. This is my house. That's the barn. This is the exact center. This is 0, 0. And then you can see my terrain over here. So I can see, oh, I need packed ice. I'm going to go over here. I need sand. I'm going to probably come up this way. I have a ocean monument right here. This is my nether portal for like my gold farm and stuff. So this actually is pretty useful and took forever to get all these maps filled out. But I'm really happy with it. Excuse me. Let's go. All right, moving on. We're going to the wizard tower next. I love this build. I think this is the most beautiful build that I've ever done, just from a building perspective. The outside, totally fine. Not anything crazy special. I think it looks good, but I think it looks way better with shaders, so we'll turn those on. I'm also going to turn mini HUD back off once this loads. Ooh, this might make my computer struggle. Let's see. Okay, mini HUD is off. We're still recording. Should be okay. All right. So we're going to come this way. I made a little man-made pond here with a little bridge. This is our entrance. And then you can see the front from this angle as well. We're going to head inside, and the first thing you see is like, oh my gosh, there's like so many books. It's a maze. I literally made it look like a maze. You come this way. Oh, that's the wrong way. Come this way. Oh geez, there's so many books. I just like the vibe of that feeling. When you come in, it just feels so cramped and cluttered. And then the first floor, we open up and we have an enchantment table that works up to level 30. We have all of our lapis in here and some books and quills. I was going to use these to fill out these lecterns, and each one would have like a description of the enchantment. But again, too lazy, haven't done that. But I have all of my stored books from that villager trading hall in here. And over here's the Unbreaking. I use that a lot, so I've run out. We have all of our boots enchantments here. Feather Falling, Frostwalker, blah, blah, blah. These are all of our armor enchantments here. I have my pickaxe enchantments there. Keep coming up. Luck of the Sea, Lure, Aqua Affinity, Respiration. All these coming up. You can just barely see out the window there. I wanted this place to feel like it was like boarded up with so many books, and like it has been just neglected for so long. I have all my sword enchantments here, and then there's extra storage. I have not needed this yet. Over here is like my bow enchantments, and then this is the balcony that we saw out the front. Come up again, and we have this little guy staring at us. Gotcha. Trident enchantments here. what's that called? Crossbow enchantments. And then up top we have the main living quarters for whatever wizard was in this tower. I haven't made an NPC yet, but I have no idea what to write. That seems to be the theme of this place. I have a little toilet with a little bookshelf for some light reading. His bed and his music player, nothing's in here. But this is a cute build. I really like this one. And it feels very unique to me. Like, I feel like this one is something that I really owned and tried my best on, especially like this area. I feel like this just looks so nice coming up and down. And I also like how there's ways to go up, but you also have to use the ladders. I don't know. This place just really turned out the way that I wanted it to, and I'm really happy with it. Okay, nothing much over there. I think that's the direction towards my nether portal for the gold farm and stuff. This is obviously very hideous and out of place, but this is just a temporary sea pickle farm. It's just a shifting floor design. You stand, I think, right here, and then you just bone meal this. The floor shifts, and you just get a ton of sea pickles. Oops. Okay, we're good. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. I wanted to make a fishing district over here. Haven't done that. And then over here is where I wanted to make like the lumber district for this village over here. But we'll go check out the center of the village first. So I made this Christmas tree. When I first got complimentary Unbound shaders, you could use colored candles to make colored lights, and I thought that was really cool. You can actually go up in the tree, but there's literally nothing in there. It's just a hole. And then I had all these little carts that I was going to decorate to try to have like different storage for certain things. So here was going to be like all the suspicious stew that I'd be collecting as I go around the world. Or if I had like rabbit stew for some reason, I could just throw it in here and not worry about it. It was basically just meant to declutter my storage system without getting rid of items. And then I had that for a lot of different things like saplings. This is for seeds. I was going to put prices and decorate everything. This one's really cute. It has like a little oven with the campfire, so it actually smokes, and there's like the little plumes of smoke there. Prices, this was going to be for like baked goods and stuff. Again, just things that I didn't want to have to carry around. Or carry in my main storage system. This is my like wheat and hay thing. This is for fish, prismarine, I can't remember what that one is. Flowers, shulkers, and florist. These ones, I ended up realizing that I didn't need extra storage for them. Oh my god, I literally just ran out of disk space, so I had to uninstall a game so that I could keep recording. Ugh, that's what you get for having your first recording ever without any planning. Anyway, this is my stable. This is where I have my only 2 horses. They're not very good. I have my extra saddles and stuff up there. But I like the way that this looks. It's nothing crazy, but it does, to me, look like a horse stable, especially from the top. It just looks the right style and everything. This is a super easy wool farm. Shears are up top. We have a minecart on the bottom. I have 2 of these so that anytime the daylight changes, they get an update, and then these will shear all at once. And you just saw it happen there. That was good timing. But then the minecart picks it up, and they eat the grass and regrow their wool. It's pretty simple. I haven't decided what to build here yet. I wanted it to be an apiary, but I haven't done that yet. This is just a house. This was supposed to be like the mayor's house of this village. It's not my favorite build, especially this room. It's just like, what are we doing here? Is this supposed to be a garage? I don't understand. We have looks like we may have had a fire. There's a little campfire here with like a couch, and then this is an auto smelter. Actually, I've never used this before, but I thought it was a cool little feature to have in here. More bookshelves, some extra storage up here. Really nothing too special about this place. This was just kind of a building project that I wanted to do, and especially testing out lighting up a roof with glowstone peeking out. Oh yeah, we've definitely had lightning or fires or something, but that's okay. It's cool enough. It's nothing special though. This bridge was the first bridge I ever built in this world. This podzol is the world spawn. Um, this was the first thing I built to go and get cows. I thought it was cool. Just really simple, not particularly pretty, and not particularly functional because I don't go over there. But first thing I ever did here. Okay, not sure exactly what's going on. I'm having issues with OBS, but we're gonna persevere. Um, Barracks here. In the bottom, you just have like basic stuff, and then each floor has a bed and a crafting table and an armor stand. I was gonna fill these up with armor. Once again, theme of this video, haven't just never got around to it. I have storage for like bows or whatever, arrows, and then there were supposed to be like little outposts for uh, just looking over and making sure everything is safe and sound around this village. Um, as you can see, I didn't fill it out very well. We have a school up here, and then there was supposed to be other stuff going on, like trees and a whole pathway that leads you up to the school. Never did that. Also didn't fill these areas out very well, so it just looks kind of empty. But something that's kind of interesting about this area is this whole ridge right here, from about here all the way down to here, is completely man-made. So I terraformed this entire cliffside all the way around. So basically, like, this entire thing was done by hand, and I can prove it. Check this out. All this was placed by hand. This is the floor that was underneath it originally, and you can see even all the way out to here is all blocks I placed myself. So pretty fun challenge to do terraforming like this, and I think it looks good. It doesn't look exactly like Minecraft Generation, but I think it looks really nice and it doesn't look out of place. The only reason it does look out of place is it's completely naked and there's no pathway, no trees, no buildings. So unfinished, but still proud of it. Let's head down and we'll go over here. So inside of my little man-made situation here is where my portal to the nether roof is. I have some pretty cool farms up there. Nothing insane, nothing really worth talking about. I have a ghast farm and a couple other things like a gold farm. That's what takes you to my witch farm and everything. And then up above me is the school, but we're going to head over here first. This pathway takes you over to the farming district, or what was to become the farming district. I have this giant Tudor-style building here that was made to be storage for farming products, things like wheat, steak, leather. We have another army barracks over there, and we have our windmill. Let's see if I can go to sleep. Back at it. Let's go. Okay, so this whole area I cleared out. I wanted to have space for this. I really like the design of this windmill. Cool, it has copper armor. That's awesome. Oh my god, you guys are so loud. Okay, so the whole idea is that the windmill powers this water wheel here, and then that is an aqueduct that leads all this water over here into a pond that flows out into our farm. So this is supposed to be like the way that the farming villagers get their water to these crops is through this river here. So I have all the different types of crops around here. We have wheat, obviously, more wheat over here, beetroot, which nobody ever uses, potato, carrots, and then a little gravel path, but also like the wood to help you jump up a block without trampling anything. This aqueduct is kind of fun, was kind of fun to build. It's very repetitive, and it's a little bit of an eyesore, like if you look at it from too far away, but fun project, and I really like that it kind of ties the windmill in with this, and it's very like theoretically functional. So to me, that was a fun build. This is totally unfinished. I have more barracks towers over here, and that's kind of the gist of this area. Nothing too special. One fun thing is that this river does lead you all the way over to my base, and since that goes up a couple blocks, there are a couple of these like soul sand bubble columns that push your boat up. So if you hit these just right, your boat will just pop up and can go up a block no problem. And so I made that go all the way around. You can see it goes all the way around there. But we're going to stop over here at the tree farm. This is an etho tree farm. This is you'll plant a 2x2, 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 2x2. And then, actually, why don't we just do it? I have no bone meal. Are you kidding me? That's embarrassing. Okay, so theoretically you'd build 4 of those trees. Then you would come up this way. You drop down this hole and dig out any leaves that are in your way. Once you're down here, we have tons of storage and tons of these automatic furnaces, automatic lava for the furnaces as well. Then you'd come up this way. And I can't activate it because it would blow up some stuff. You have to have wood there, especially at the bottom, or else it blows everything up. But you press this button. Yeah, do not press the button unless the leaves are gone. So you press this, all the TNT would fall at very specific timings and break the wood on the way down. It's a really great tree farm, super efficient. I'm pretty sure it was designed by Etho, and I used it all the time. School's up here. That's going to be the last thing we check out before we go to the Nether. And then after we hit the Nether, I think we're done. That's pretty much all that I've done. I really like this build from the inside. From the outside, it's pretty hideous. Just really out of place, not a great design. I wanted to redo it. I like the inside enough that I kept it, and the bell does function, which I think is cool. So the cubbies here, we have desks with little tables. I have a little chalkboard with a little piece of chalk and an apple, and there's nothing really up here. But yeah, that's the school. And then I think that's everything that's in the overworld. All right, let's go to the Nether. So this is going to take me to the overworld, not the ceiling, which is important because that's how we get to our wither farm. Jesus. I hope that's not insanely loud. All right, and so, yeah, we have nether fog on. That's super weird. So this is the path to take you to my wither farm, which is the only farm in the nether that I have that's my own personal design. I made it 100% myself. With known mechanics. Ooh, I'm out of fireworks. That is no bueno. Okay, so yeah, this is my own personal design for a wither farm. I did use some mechanics. This is a wither rose based wither farm. Oh god, I'm gonna show you guys. But I really, really like this design. I have let's go over here. So we'll look at it from the top first. So first of all, everything is in a soul sand valley. I have everything spawn proofed for the most part. So you can see all the buttons are all over the place. And then inside here, I have a iron trapdoor roof with a glass ceiling. We have netherrack with wither roses on it, and then piglins. And this goes down 3 layers. Let's turn on gamma so we can actually see. So we have our little piglins here, all with name tags, and then there's the 3 layers, and you can see it goes 2 wide. So there's 2 nether crossroads side by side here. So I utilize that for this farm, so it gets pretty decent rates. And then what happens is they get dropped down into this little pathway. They see another piglin, change their aggression towards him. They fall down. And then I have this, which when I turn the farm on, is a staircase that will push in and out and pushes them down towards the center so that you can stand here and hit them. When that happens, minecarts come around. This, I think, is lmao's design for a minecart recycler. So this will pick it up, break the minecart, all the drops fall down here, and then that minecart gets recycled. And when all the drops fall down, they hit this ice perfectly because of the piston pushers, and then they slide across these. This condenses them down into their block form using crafters. This is for bones, this is for coal, and then this is just the storage for wither skulls. There's not a ton in any of these right now because I've looted them, but this is what we got going on. No shulker box loader on these because I was just like, I don't think I need it. I can just do extra chest storage and take it with me. But this farm rocked to design. Like, I really enjoyed making this and trying to make it as efficient as possible. And again, like, some of these are not exactly my design, but I did modify it. So normally this would be in the center, but I needed it to be just close enough to the other one so that they can re-aggro these piglins. and I couldn't get away with just doing one in the middle. I had to do two. Um, so that was kind of a funny necessary evil there to have two piglins. But yeah, this works really well. It is a little slow when they're on here, but I think I might have my rates written here. Yeah, 20-minute test, you'll get 17,000 bone blocks, 370 coal blocks, and 112 wither skulls in just 20 minutes of having this thing on, assuming you have looting 3 and smite. Um, so yeah, I love this farm. I don't have to use it very often because it's super efficient, but really, really happy with how it turned out. So I think that's pretty much it. We're going to head home. All right, here we are back at home. I'm going to head up to the top of the hill here and take a last look at my hard work, everything that I've done, and say goodbye because it's time to move on to bigger and better things if I can possibly walk. But so here it is in all of its glory. Oh, I forgot about the church. We should go check out the church. It's kind of fun. Nothing special, but the pathway around it is pretty. And we'll go up this way. Okay. This is the walk up to the church, which I really like. This is probably the newest addition to this world, actually, is just putting all the trees down, having like a little nice walkway up here. It's been a long time coming, but I finally got it done. And then this is the front entrance. This is what the whole thing looks like. I think it's a nice design. Nothing crazy. The idea, the lore of this world is that the villagers pray to the sun because this used to be, a cold and snowy taiga, and then the sun came out, and now there's no snow. The reality is there was never any snow here because it's a taiga biome, not a snowy taiga or a snowy biome. But I like the idea that they prayed and then they got their sun. And so there's a place where you can do a sermon up here. And I have all the stained glass to look like a sun as well. But yeah, this is the last thing that I have to show. So let's head back up here. And we'll say goodbye. All right, as I look over my half-completed village, I can think of a few questions that I have for myself and that I think deserve an answer. And the number one question is, why am I abandoning this world? And the answer to that question is, I'm really not abandoning this world. This is always going to be my single-player survival world. This will always be my forever world. And I might end up coming back to it. But I do feel like I want to explore some other stuff and try some other things. I want to play around with some unique plugins that I've found. I want to try playing with other friends, and I want to make videos. I really am enjoying doing this right now, and I feel like this is something that I'd like to casually do more in the future. But to do that in this world, to play with other people, to add plugins, and to record, all of those things just don't really feel like in the spirit of this world. It doesn't feel like this is the right place to do it. So I want to try and get a fresh start to do some of those things. The next question that I'd have for myself is, why play on a server instead of single player? And honestly, one of the main reasons is just that my computer is good, but it's not great. So if I do decide that I want to keep recording my Minecraft process or recording gameplay, it would be really nice to free up some computer space to have a server do that instead. Would just help my frame rate, would help my flow a little bit better. And on top of that, Minecraft is, to me, a great tool for sharing your ideas and doing fun stuff with other people. And I pretty much never do that. I almost always play in single player. And at this point, I'm like, I would much rather play with friends. It's getting a little lonely here in single player. So, although I don't have like a group of people that is all excited to get started and like play on this Minecraft server for 2 weeks, um, I know I will have more fun if I can play and build on a server and be like, instead of showing you, why don't you come and play with me and I'll show you what I've done and we can build some stuff together. That to me just feels like a lot more fun as a way of like sharing my ideas and expressing myself creatively in Minecraft. On top of that, I'm probably going to record a lot more, hopefully. So I think a server just makes a lot more sense for that. So my next question for myself is, am I going to upload consistently? And the reality is, I did try to upload consistently last year. I wanted to do more larger scale video essay style content, and I was going to try and do one video a month um, for the whole year. And I did January. I did a video for February, and then I made a video for a friend in March, and that took almost the entire month. And then by April, I got super burnt out, so I ended up not doing it. And the thing that was the biggest barrier for me was the editing process. I like editing, but it is a huge chore. So I think if I'm going to upload consistently and it's going to actually be fun for me, I need to make sure that my editing process is very minimal, and I'm doing more like long content where I'm just recording and just showing my gameplay, and that's it. I know I play Minecraft super consistently, and if all I'm doing is just pressing record when I start playing and then I upload it when I'm done, that's going to be fun for me. It's going to be fun for me to watch later, and that's really all that matters. The whole point of my channel is for it to be, hey Nick, it's you. This is content for me in the future. So I'm gonna try to upload consistently, but if it's not fun, I'm not gonna upload, and I'm not gonna beat myself up for it. Okay, I've tried to record this like 20 times. Like, how am I gonna conclude this video? And it always sounds so freaking dramatic. It's not that deep. Goodbye. No, but seriously, I do love this world. I will continue to play on it in my own free time. But that's probably all I'm gonna share about this world. And I've had a really good time here, and I'm going to continue to have a good time here. So, goodbye for now, and thanks for sticking around.